Well, this was working until it wasn't. Let's try this again. First, it'll restart really quick. My controller decided, oh, we're not going to do it. It didn't like me switching out to start the game. But anyways, hi everybody. It is I, Granite, and welcome to another Let's Play. We're moving on to Assassin's Creed Rogue. We just finished Freedom Cry. So yeah, welcome everybody. Rogue, there it is. So we're going to be starting Rogue today. Very exciting. Oh, now my controller's just not working. Why is my controller just not working? Thank you. So, I have a game here just because I tested sound stats before getting in and everything. Anywho's, I played this game once. Long time ago. Don't remember most of it. So, we're just going to hop right in. Ubisoft presents. Alright.
Stay my blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. Never compromise the Assassin Brotherhood. These are the tenets of the Creed, the principles I used to live by. I was a young man then. The 7 Years' War was about to begin. I could not have imagined what the future had in store for me, nor the cost I would choose to bear.
Is the audio good? I mean, the audio levels seem like they're okay.
Shay, Patrick, Cormac. This is my story.
Might be a little high. I tried not to keep them too high. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna get the assassin.
Well, you won't lack for firewood at least.
So Shay, Cormac.
Admit it, I nearly had you.
Nearly counts for nothing, Shay. And besides, no. That was just luck.
I make my own luck, Liam.
Ah, you...
Let's turn it down just a little bit more really quick. Maybe. Yeah, we're already pretty low.
Been saying that for years, but you're precious little to show for it. Or
I
have
think
you
we'll
been
be
spending
okay.
it all getting out of trouble?
Well, you know, trouble just follows me around.
Let's head back.
I mean, there's anyone viewing. I really...
Come on. Captain Deliver Andre and his crew must have run into some trouble. Who knew meeting with smugglers would lead to
really bait, or, I'm really...
I still
What's
don't
the word I'm
understand
looking
why
for?
you can't tell me what we're doing here.
Because Chevalier decided not to tell you.
I thought we were friends, Liam.
We are. But this is business. It doesn't concern you, Shay.
I need your input on the volumes if it's too loud. That's the word. I need your input.
Am I
I
going
value
too
your
fast for
input.
you?
I'm just keeping an eye on you, in case you fall down and hurt yourself.
So we ran by a couple collectibles you might have saw on the map. We'll be getting them later. I think we could just get these right now. There's one right here. We're right by it.
That'll do. And how?
Alright, well, we'll get past this mission before we look at database stuff. We have a temple, or sword. Did it not mark? There it is.
Hurry. We best not keep Chevalier waiting.
Un saucy critter. The space, Where the hell were you two?
We're out hunting. What happened here?
My men were attacked by some English sea dogs.
Why, Captain Joseph. Couldn't you fight them all off by yourself like you're always saying?
It is Capitaine Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye. And you are dreaming if you think any training could make you into a proper assassin. Do you even know what that means? It means being responsible for an ancient and proud tradition. It means obeying your mentor without question. How else will we ensure freedom for the human race?
Them's pretty words, Chevalier. But I don't feel too free at the moment.
Well then, feel educated!
Oh, to the
How dare
face.
you show me such disrespect? Viens, viens! Viens, viens!
Gentlemen, stop! We got a common enemy, and I reckon he's close.
The Royal Navy attack my vessel and force my men to flee. We are stranded, and what is worse, the smugglers we were supposed to meet have been taken prisoner.
Shay and I'll free those smugglers. You, treat your wounded. Take these. You'll need them. Tread with care, Shay.
So we have some optional objectives already. Remain undetected by British guards and kill all the British guards.
Remember your training. Ready to teach him a lesson?
They don't stand a chance.
Where are your mates now, you
Not
bilge
bad.
rat? Talk before I bash out your brains! We will find them. Keep an eye on them. Bury what's left of you.
There he goes again.
Thank you.
Should have got him.
Many thanks. I thought I'd be hanged.
Happy hunting, lads! Better ablaze! Sink that French vessel! She's no match for you! Ha ha! Yeah!
Oh,
Hey, do not say. Oh no, you don't. Come back. Hey, come
he almost
back.
saw me.
Are you furious? Careful, over. I didn't see him.
The close only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades.
I was saving those fellas for you.
Very thoughtful. Maybe you were not completely useless, Shay.
Speaking of useless, those blockheads won't be needing this vessel anymore.
This pile of mail. You want her, Shay? She is yours. Now bring me back to my ship.
A little ungrateful, isn't he?
You heard, Chevalier? This vessel is yours, Shay. Go on. Take the wheel. Some of the men you rescued agreed to join us. They should prove a good crew.
I'm not so certain about their captain, but next to me, you are the most experienced sailor in the Brotherhood, Shay.
Alright, we've got a whole bunch of stuff in the database. We'll read all that just once we get finished with this
She's
mission.
mine, ain't she? My own ship.
Your own pile of garbage, yes?
Ah, with a lick of paint and a few new cannons, she'll look as fine as anything on the seven seas.
Shall we begin, Captain?
Alright, so teach us how to fire cannons, which we know.
Indeed, mate.
Oh, Connor.
She's a mess, but she's still afloat. And her name's the Morgan.
Morgan? That silly fairy queen who ruined Merlin, the wise? Oh, she's perfect for you, Shay.
The Morrigan was an old goddess, queen of war and darkness. She harvested the souls of fallen warriors. Perfect indeed.
A shame. She's a false shen. They will sink her!
Let's put the Morrigan to the test, Captain Shay.
Ready for battle, men.
Stunsails out! No match for us, Captain!
Stop them, boy!
I don't think we have any more.
They're tearing her to pieces! Do something!
Too closer!
Fire! My ship! Fire!
There we go.
This vessel is battle ready after all. I will return to what is left of the Gerhard. It's a long way home. We have
I gotta run upstairs really quick. My Roomba says it needs attention. Just a second, I'll be right back. The tray came off the back. For some reason.
Sing hearty, lads. Chevalier's pleased with us.
Now you're ready to sail for the horn. We're old and go. Our boots and our clothes are all in the erotic and randy.
What course would you have me set, Shay?
Time to report back to the mentor. Wouldn't you agree?
Wise words, Captain. Wise words.
Alright.
What the hell did you do? It's some kind of dormant virus? Shit. Hang on, I'm getting you out of there. Sorry for the rough exit. Earpiece working, check. You were just in an animus. Animus, yes? You were using it to access a genetic memory file in Helix labeled Shay Cormac? You work for Abstergo Entertainment, remember? Any of this ringing a bell? Your session triggered something bad, and it's affecting the whole building. We need to find your boss. You haven't forgotten your boss, have you? Melanie LeMay, zipper, chipper, overachiever? Here, take your communicator, check it if you got lost. Now let's get out of here. Follow me. Double time. This chaos is absolutely your...
Absolutely my fault, in case we're wondering. We have 3 messages. We have the emergency manual. Turtle Diagnostics have detected a malfunction in the building's operating systems. This emergency procedures manual has been programmed to replace the message section of your communicator. To ensure your personal safety, please keep your communicator with you at all times and refer to this manual as needed. Abstergo Entertainment cares the safety and well-being of its valuable assets. Thank you for your patience and cooperation. Abstergo Industry VIPs. On rare occasions, VIPs from Abstergo Industries may be on site. They may impose on you certain requests for information or services that you feel may not fall under your jurisdiction or mandate. Abstergo Industry VIPs are to be obeyed without question or hesitation. Failure to do so will result in disciplinary action and possible communication or termination. Communicators. Your communicator is an essential part of your daily life at Abstergo Entertainment. It should be on your person at all times and allows you to access the various parts of the building. Should you find a communicator anywhere in the building, we recommend that you collect it and identify its owner. While the owner will face consequences for losing it, it is a mistake they will make only once.
In case you're wondering.
Come on, everyone. Just like we practiced in our safety drills. Everything is gonna be okay, guys. Stay positive.
There's Melanie. We remember her from the previous game.
What the hell is happening?
A file labeled Shay Cormac was booby-trapped with some kind of virus.
Your job is to prevent things like this.
We need to contain these genetic memories, then we can destroy them.
No. Isolate them. I want to study these memories.
But...
With respect, Miss LeMay, this is not a request.
You heard the man.
fine.
I need to borrow your numbskull. That okay with you, Ms. LeMay?
Hey there, this might seem a bit weird, but you're gonna work for contractors we hired to, you know, upgrade our security. Mr. Otzoberg and Miss Violet DaCosta.
Call me Violet.
I have to go check on our people and prepare a statement for the press. Do whatever they tell you to do, okay? Go team!
Go team.
Technically, you're not responsible for this, but you're the one who let the virus out. So I think it's only fair you help me clean it up.
Oh, yeah,
Mr. Berg wants us to relive Shay's genetic memories. To do that, we need to access them from Helix. But the Helix is down. We'll have to reboot the main servers in the basement. Man, whoever designed this virus is a genius. Not only does it restrict our access to the cloud, it's adapted to fuck up the other operating systems that regulate building functions. Melanie? The elevators are out of commission. Are we stuck on this floor?
Damn, yes. I'll get a repair crew on site ASAP.
There's a working area server on this floor. I guess it'll have to do for now.
Agent DaCosta, I want regular updates on your progress with Shay's genetic memories.
Why? He's just a nobody as far as I can tell.
If Shay Cormac is who I suspect he is, then this temporary setback may provide us with an unexpected reward. Proceed to the server room on this floor.
Yes, I'll do it. You're just gonna hang out. So the communicator here. We'll get those soon. Right now we're still like at the very beginning of the game.
I have dogs at home that are better trained than you are.
Wow.
Do you see a flashing wireless signal? Great. That means you can still access systems. Go ahead and patch me into their feed. Once you restore the server, I'll connect your Animus workstation back to Helix. In theory, if you align the beams to segments of the core, it should solve the problem. But here's where it gets tricky. You have to move the circles in such a way that each segment is powered by a beam. The keyword here is each. One beam and one beam only per core segment, okay? Once everything is lit up properly, the system will reboot. Got it? Give it a shot.
Alright, so how do I select the ring this way?
Good job. This core wasn't too complex. But rebooting the advanced hardware in the rest of the building will require more work.
The assassins would have you believe that Al-Mualim was a great mentor who became corrupted with greed, and that he schemed with the Templars to acquire an apple of Eden. I see instead a shrewd and cunning leader, a man who used his best assassin, Altair ibn Lahad, to eliminate his conspirators in order to keep the apple for himself, so that he could use it to enforce world peace. While it must be stated unequivocally that Al-Mualim was not a Templar, it is interesting to me that his vision of peace was more in line with Templar philosophy than assassin. In the past, Both sides had the same goal, that of peace. Our only difference was how we chose to achieve it. Had Al-Mualim not been killed by Altair and allowed to carry out his plan, perhaps we would not be fighting now. It was only after Altair reformed the Brotherhood with its new ideals of free will that the conflict truly escalated and spread across the planet. For if the so-called wise man of the mountain can see things from our point of view, surely the same can be said for other assassins.
Okay, so I'm not sure you're supposed to see that. You should just get back to your Animus. With the servers back online, you could, in theory, restore your co-workers' workstations if you feel like being helpful. And you could, in theory, find some more digital goodies if you feel like being sneaky.
So, everything's marked on the map that we can get right now, which is good. So we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Co-workers dropped his communicator by the elevator. If you see any tech lying around like that, grab them. There might be a clue as to who did this.
Now that you have unlocked Shay Cormac's memories, we stand on the brink of a grand discovery. I know you must have questions about your new assignment, or about me. For now, all I will say is that Shay's story contains the answers. Shay will lead you to a greater understanding.
There we go. Not too hard. We just gotta line up the lasers so we have one on each spot.
Following the Great Purge of 2000, William Miles became the de facto leader of the Assassins.
Well, we're gonna listen to some stuff right off the bat.
A cunning and ruthless strategist. He trained several agents who infiltrated Abstergo, including Clay Kazmarek and Lucy Stillman. In late 2012, I captured William Miles in Cairo and delivered him to Warren Vidic in Rome. Miles' son, Desmond, attacked Abstergo, killed Vidic and Master Templar Daniel Cross. He fled to a First Civilization temple in New York. On December 21st, Desmond Miles was killed inside the precursor structure. The grieving William Miles went underground and left the Brotherhood in the hands of Gavin Banks. Banks led a small team across the globe, attempting to rebuild assassin cells. We have confirmed sightings in Kyoto, Moscow, and Paris. Miles resurfaced in late 2013, and we have confirmed his involvement in the infiltration of Abstergo Entertainment Montreal by the assassins Sean Hastings and Rebecca Crane. Both Miles and Banks remain at large. Agent DaCosta has tasked the Akashic satellite Plexus to sweep the planet for traces of assassin activities. We have yet to locate them.
So we have tablet document 12 to Jean-Francois Brunet from Melanie LeMay, subject Loreno Torres. I don't know how to say this politely, but please don't think this is anything personal or reflection of your work or of you or your work. You're a star. But I think doing an entire virtual feature about Loreno Torres is the single most boring pitch that's ever come across my desk. Sorry, Melanie LeMay.
Nice find. If it was me, I'd snoop to see if there's any juicy stuff on it. But I might be a terrible person.
So I don't think there's anything in this room. We can't get this one yet because that door is locked. But we can hop in here. Alright, so let's see here. Let's... So we're gonna have to use these ones to... Okay. Not quite. Trying to see what I can get here. That gets those two. So then what if I take this one up here then? Not that one. This one. Thank you. So green splits.
Okay. The numbskull is in another Animus session, and I've required caffeine. All is right with the world.
Good.
This isn't really your kind of mission, is it, boss?
Every mission is important in its own way.
Still, I bet you'd rather be out with the rest of the team, hunting Sean Hastings or something.
Wouldn't you?
Hell yeah. I want a front row seat for that show.
Any word from Sorkin?
He's scheduled to update me in 43 minutes.
Good.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
What's it like, using an Animus?
I went through the Animi training program. It felt like the drills we used to do in the UT Jaeger.
You never use a normal Animus like this one? To relive your own genetic history?
Only once.
Really? Who were you?
I was a young man. On the Viking raid on Lindsey Farn.
793, northeastern coast of England. Sorry, history nerd. So, how was it?
It was summer. Good sailing weather. The monastery was a center for religious studies, and we crashed into the city like a tidal wave.
And?
We pillaged and burned. They thought we were demons. The details of the memory were so vivid. I lost myself in the bloodlust. I defeated a Saxon, a great warrior, but did not want to kill him. I invited him to join our clan.
Ah, Norse adoption rituals. The chance to sail the world with the Vikings.
Yes. A chance to see the world as it really is.
What happened then?
He wept. Then he cried out that God had abandoned his people and that nothing remained but chaos. I felt such pity for him. I killed him without a second thought.
After we're done here, are we gonna have to kill the numbskull?
We will see.
We will see. That's me. I'm the numbskull. Alright, so we got a few more we can go get right now. I mean, might as well get them out. We're now get them now. We are out. We're gonna have to get them at some point. Okay, so the yellow bends.
Hey, boss. Calling from Germany?
Yes, I am in Essen, searching for an artifact called the Ankh of Isis. Can you tell me anything about it?
Give me a minute to fire up my machines here. Okay. Not much. There's an obscure file from the data dump scanner that mentions it. It was allegedly 14th century Germany, where an assassin named Lucas Zergberg fought a Templar offshoot called the Brothers of the Cross. How original.
That's the file that led me to this bland shit pile. Is there anything else? Anything outside of Abstergo official records?
Nobody's ever seen the thing. There's all kinds of stories about its history, from Roman Gallia, Egypt during the Middle Ages, and even a cell of modern-day assassins. Oh, and it apparently raises the dead.
Is there any evidence to support this?
None at all. You know what I think? I think this is bullshit the assassins are spreading around so that people like us waste our valuable time sniffing after it. Smells like a trap.
Agreed. Keep an eye out for new information about the Ankh. While it may not lead to an artifact, we may be able to follow the data back to some assassins.
You got it, boss. Where are you off to next?
Cuba. I'm going to excavate the observatory.
So if you can't tell, we're definitely working for Templars.
I can't let you in here. I suggest you move along.
Okay. Tablet document 1 to Robert Fraser, CC Adrian St. Clair, Victoria Bebeau, from Melanie Lomé, subject Arnaud Dorian. Hi Robert, you come highly recommended. I am thrilled to have you in our studio. I'm putting you to work on a special project for me. Your subject is Arnaud Dorian. His story takes place during the French Revolution. I want you to explore every avenue of his life that you can. The goal is to have a new blockbuster to present to Abstergo Brass next year. As such, this is super classified. Your direct supervisor will be Adrian St. Clair, CC'd. You can only discuss this project with Aiden and myself. As you'd probably be logging sometime in your Animus, I've added a mandatory weekly meeting with our psychologist, Dr. Bebeau, CC'd, to make sure you're not suffering from any bleeding effect. Oops. Welcome to Abstergo Entertainment. Don't let me down, Melanie LeMay. Let's see something else. Okay, so there's still a few more tablets we can get now. There's another one over here. Tablet document 18 to Christina Ulrich from Melody LeMay, subject Aveline de Grandpré. We'd like to explore the possibility of a follow-up to Liberation. We found some footage of Aveline's activities in New England, and it seems clear that she was still very active later in life. Ideally, I'd like a sequel to Liberation or some kind of follow-up, but I understand that's going to take some resources that we don't have right now. A quick fix option is to reuse existing assets and to make a more family-friendly angle on her story. From a scrappy servant to a woman of dignity and pose. Experience the heartwarming 18th century tale of a young Creole woman as she struggles to find her long-lost mother and heal the wounds of separation forever. Additionally, the liberation of Lady Aveline might open up some revenue from women, which is a demographic I think we've been ignoring for far too long. Melody LeMay. Alright, so we got that one. We can't get in here yet, I don't think. Oh, this is the bathroom. Totally get in here. Tapadaki 14 to Aja Rana from Melody LeMay, subject Davija AI. Hello, Ajay. It's looking like we'll be able to use the Animus Tech to create a digital version of Manama Das to finish production of Davija AI. My condolences again to your resilient cast and crew. If nothing else, we'll be able to give Manama the glamorous send-off she deserves. When it's done, I like to talk about using Mysore Tech to remaster other traditional forms of entertainment, concerts, or sporting events, for example, into fully immersive Animus experiences. Best Melanie LeMay. Excuse me. So there's one in there, but we can't get that one, of course. Then I think there's just one more.
You know what authorized personnel only means, don't you?
To M.O. Berolt, A Bolderolt. From Melanie LeMay, subject Ezio Auditore. Hi, M.O. I agree that Ezio's shady character makes him unsuitable for a leading role, so maybe we can take him out all together and create a virtual tourism feature, something like travel to the Italian Renaissance for a taste of fine wine, free thought, and filthy hearts, as Abstergo Entertainment shows you the true meaning of enlightenment. Attend wild parties, witness spectacles unseen for 500 years, and rub elbows with the most famous nerd in the world has ever known, Leonardo da Vinci. I am also considering a series focusing on some notable serial killers of history. Ezio certainly qualifies. Anyways, have a think and let me know what you come up with. Melanie LeMay. Alright, and I think after that, we are done and ready to get back into our animus. The Davenport Homestead. We've been here.
It has been a long time.
Achilles.
Adewale, how go things in the West Indies?
Very poorly, I'm afraid.
Your countenance tells me we should discuss this. Come.
Who's our visitor?
That's Adewale. He was a slave who freed himself, and hundreds of his brothers in the West Indies. That man's a living incarnation of the Creed.
I see.
You join me for some practice?
Soon. I've got other business first.
Tell me what happened, old friend.
It was terrible.
I don't think there's any collectibles here.
The ground shook, and the ocean waves crashed over Port-au-Prince.
How many were lost?
Thousands. No family was left untouched.
I hate to bring up practical matters at a time like this. But did Macandal's man complete his task before the earthquake hit?
I cannot know. Vonredi has not been found. He was a strong Maroon, one of Macandal's best students.
Such a shame. So we cannot know if he found the site.
Indeed. But if there was a temple under the waves, I doubt it is still standing.
And the artifacts that showed the way?
Stolen. The Templars broke in during the chaos. They seized the manuscript and precursor box. I gave chase on the sea, but lost their trail when they reached New York.
We must consider what to do next.
A little backstory. It's very nice.
Adewale looked worried earlier.
I heard that Liam's waiting for you. Seen him yet?
I hear Mistress Hope was looking for you.
You are late.
Oh, what did I miss?
Only the first hour of training.
We're always training, Kisagawase.
And will continue to do so.
Do not waste your words. Shay abhors improvement as much as cats abhor leashes.
Hey.
A pity. The boy has so much potential. But so little discipline.
All right. All right. What would you have me do?
Well played.
Alright, well, before we get started here, let's get into the database. We have a bunch of sea shanties. Bold Riley O, Don't Forget Your Old Shipmates, Jolly Roller Tar, New York Girls, Patty Way Back, Rolling Down to Old Maui, and Windy Old Weather. So people here, let's get, oh, we'll just go. Okay, so there's just two. So Liam O'Brien, born 1726. Liam O'Brien was born in Plymouth, Massachusetts to Irish immigrants. After years of struggling to survive on a farm, his family moved to New York, where his father began to work for a rich merchant loading ships bound for England. Liam eventually joined him, and this is where he first met a young boy named Shay Cormac, who was visiting his father in the Merchant Marine. The two boys became friends, and Liam looked after the younger boy, who lived in a rough neighborhood and was showing a talent for getting into trouble. As Liam continued to work, he was shocked to learn that despite all the profits made by their employer, the employees remained underpaid and mistreated. Tensions rose between the two sides. In 1736, Liam recruited a few of his young co-workers to begin robbing their employer. However, he was caught and was forced to kill a man in self-defense in order to protect his son. His father took the blame for the murder and was executed by the authorities. Liam drifted from one job to the next, distancing himself from everyone he knew, including his young friend Shay. He kept on robbing New York's richer citizens so he could send money to his mother, whom he was too ashamed to face. In 1738, he met Achilles, who began to give him small tasks to perform, such as delivering messages to a Wallastokiak man named Kisegawase, they said his name and I wasn't listening that close, in the frontier. Achilles' influence grew on him. He began to look up to the man who finally managed to teach him about right and wrong, and eventually the assassins and their creed. In 1743, Liam became Achilles' first mentee and quickly learned from him. Liam helped Achilles recruit the remainder of the colonial brotherhood, Chevalier de la Vendrye, Kisegawase, and Hope. In 1748, Liam found his childhood friend Shay Cormac, whose life was shattered after his father died at sea. Liam helped him get back on his feet, and the two became inseparable. Later that year, Liam introduced Shay to Achilles, and it wasn't long before his young friend joined the assassins. Liam was tasked to keep an eye on the latest recruit. And then we have Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye, born 1717. I'm not going to say his whole name. Louis Joseph was born to a family of explorers on Al-Ava in Vache in New France. In 1735, he went on his first expedition with his father to Fort St. Charles on Lake of the Woods. A year later, he reestablished Fort Maurepas. He was rewarded with the title of Chevalier Knight from his father, who passed over Louis Joseph's older brother to do so. He spent the next 4 years exploring North Dakota and Manitoba. In 1744, de la Vérendrye became a frontier post commander for the French government. It was around this time that he met Achilles and Liam O'Brien and helped them complete an assassin mission. In 1746, Achilles asked de la Vérendrye to join him, an offer that was gladly accepted. De la Vérendrye lost his father in 1749, and further explorations westward were disrupted by politics. Later that same year, he met Shay Cormac for the first time and took an instant dislike to him. In 1752, de la Vérendrye returned to fur trading, but business did not go well to him. And we have the ships here. We have the Gerfault. And then ship types. We have a brig and we have a gunboat. And that is everything that is in the database at this moment.
So, what's the challenge today?
Shooting straight and true. Here, you can use these.
These are yours.
Well, I want you to have half a chance of succeeding. Go on. Shoot these targets. Take your time. Not too much more work after this.
Reload.
Anyone can hit targets standing still. Let's see how you do on the run. Come on, hurry up.
Yeah.
Could reload while running, so that's nice. Look at it. Oh, we gotta get this one first.
Time's running out. Well done, Shay. Keep it up. You're doing all right, Shay. But don't let the others vex you.
So I think we got that one done.
They mean well, but they'll never show it.
It's about time you showed up.
Far be it from me to keep a lady waiting.
I'm no lady here. And don't you forget it. I'm your teacher. And you're better.
Well, some of that is true, at least. What would we be doing?
Exploring a myriad ways to end a life. You two! Make yourselves useful and watch Shay.
Alright, we need to kill from... So, remain undetected during Hope Celestial.
Can you kill without being noticed?
Kill from above, kill from a bush, kill while sprinting, kill from a haystack.
Top form, Shay. Nicely done. I am surprised. Stay low and stick to the brush. Be patient and you might hit your target. You certainly know how to handle yourself.
Alright, now we just need to
Attack
kill from a
around the corner,
bush.
and your target will never know what hit him.
So we just need to get up to one that's by a bush.
Top form, Shay. You did better than I expected. Have your skills actually grown, Shay? Oh, do not get a swelled head over it.
Shay, follow me. It's time you learn to survive in the frontier.
I think I've been managing well enough so far.
Perhaps. But there is more I can teach you.
Database entry on this gentleman, which we'll read shortly.
It is time for the hunt. Use all your senses together to find prey. Killing should not be meaningless. We must use what nature gives us. Good. Now to use what you have taken from nature. With these, you can keep your pistols close. Achilles has one more thing to show you.
Okay.
Shay, I hear you've become quite the marksman.
Generous gift. Thank you, mentor.
My ship awaits, Achilles. The people of Haiti will make good use of your supplies. I trust you will retrieve what has been lost.
Lost?
The Templars stole 2 precious artifacts. A manuscript of ancient wisdom and a box that allows one to understand its language.
I have tracked the Templar as far as this coast, but I fear the rest is up to you, my friend.
Farewell, Adewale. Whoever controls the artifacts can access precursor sites of power. We must recover them, or none are safe.
Alright. Oh, did I not get it under 40 seconds? Really?
What can I do for you?
Alright, well, we need to go back and redo that, I guess. Can I not replay the memory? Does it automatically put me into the next one? Yeah, that's not even what I wanted to do. Why will it not let me go back? Well, we might have to do that later then. Alright, well, we got a bunch of more items here. We've got the North Atlantic. While ancient Norse settlements have been found in Newfoundland and other parts of North America, it was not until Christopher Columbo's famous voyage in 1492 that there was any significant contact across the Atlantic Ocean. The European powers raced to colonize the Americas. Abstergo insists on the spelling Christopher Columbus like that. It has something to do with Subject 17, but beyond that, I don't know. It's maddening. The North Atlantic, with its colder climate, made this process difficult. The cold winters, as well as the resistance of indigenous people, resulted in the failure of many European settlements. By the 14th century, however, colonies were well established and trading routes across the ocean were common. Even so, the most northerly regions were still relatively unexplored, with ice blocking the way of even the most adventurous explorers. People. So we have Achilles here. Achilles was born of Caribbean and British descent in the West Indies in the mid-1730s. He was the last assassin to be recruited into the Brotherhood by its legendary mentor Atabai. When his training was complete, Achilles was sent north to establish a brotherhood in the American colonies. Achilles married a woman named Abigail, and they had a son, Connor. Achilles established a homestead where his brotherhood could settle before expanding throughout the frontier. He recruited several promising colonials, including Liam O'Brien, Chevalier Louis Joseph Gauthier de la Vendrée, Kaseo Wase, Hope Jensen, and finally Shay Cormac to the brotherhood. Achilles strengthened ties between the Brotherhood and the nations of the Iroquois Confederacy, particularly the Kanakahaka. Adewale, 1692. Born to enslaved parents in Trinidad, Adewale was sold to the owner of a prosperous plantation before his teens. He escaped by joining a group of buccaneers who raided the plantation. Ade sailed with his group of men for many years, honing his skills as a sailor. In 1715, he was captured by Spanish authorities, who decided to send Adewale to Spain and loaded him into one of the galleons that made up their perennial treasure fleet. Thanks to a hurricane, as well as a young Welsh pirate named Edward Kenway, Ade escaped, freeing more prisoners along the way. Ade and Edward commandeered a brigantine and set sail just in time to beat the worst of the storm. When the hurricane passed, Ade was free once more. Ade became the quartermaster aboard Captain Kenway's ship, the Jackdaw, operating out of Nassau for a time. They grew wealthy off their spoils and lived the lives they had always dreamed of. But Ade was a man who valued the democratic ideals of this pirate community far above the spoils they acquired while living it. And as he saw Edward Kenway fall deeper into a spiral of selfish greed and pointless glory, he wondered if there wasn't a more noble cause he might adopt to suit his ideals. In 1716, Ade first encountered the assassins in Tulum. He returned in 1719, where he spoke with their mentor Atabai and asked him many questions about their brotherhood. After hearing answers that pleased him greatly, Ade joined them, and for the next 15 years, Adewale faithfully served the assassins, but in time he became increasingly troubled by memories of his past. In 1735, Ade's ship was caught in a storm, and he washed ashore near Port-au-Prince. There he met Bastien, Joseph, and Augustin de Foot, whose passion drew him to the Maroon cause. In the following years, he used his skills to help rebuild the Maroon resistance at Port-au-Prince. He fled Saint-Domingue in 1737 after killing the governor, Pierre Marquis de Fayette, and returned to the assassins. Hope Jensen. Born in 1732, Hope was born in New York City to a modest family, but was placed in an orphanage after her parents died. She was adopted by a German couple who hoped to rebuild a new life for themselves in the colonies. They symbolized this desire in the name of their adopted daughter, Hope. Barf City, V. Years of hard work finally paid off for Hope's father, who saw his business endeavors turn great profits, and her family rubbed elbows with New York's elite. But despite their wealth and best efforts to fit in, they are never truly accepted in New York's finer circles. Hope received a good education from private tutors and gradually realized the world was unfair. In 1742, Hope's adopted father disappeared under mysterious circumstances, never to be seen again. Later that same year, her father's former business partners controlled the family business, leaving her adopted mother with nothing. Hope and her mother were destitute and forced to live on the streets. Hope's mother died of a long and painful disease. Despite Hope's best efforts of stealing food and medicine, Hope vowed never to depend on anyone ever again. Fun fact, life's not fair. I gotta admit this, admire this girl's hustle. In 1746, Hope met Achilles, who was impressed by her survival instincts, pickpocketing skills, and strength of will. She was inducted into the Brotherhood a year later. Achilles ordered her to set up a network in New York City, and before long, Hope controlled most of New York's organized crime. Born in 1730, Kasegawase was born in Wolastoqiyik territory, which is in what is now New Brunswick. Until his teens, he lived in a walled village surrounded by farm fields, where he practiced hunting, fishing, and various rider skills. As European hostilities grew, Kasegawase joined other men from his village as mercenaries, helping the French army. And in 1746, he met Achilles and Liam O'Brien, who were working with the French army on behalf of the assassins. They were impressed with his prowess and determination and invited him to join the Brotherhood. In 1749, he met Shay Cormac and became one of his instructors. And hopefully at some point we'll be able to redo the mission we just did and get 100% on it. But it doesn't seem we're able to do that right now. So we're going to just move forward.
Where to?
Wherever Templar affairs lead us.
Liam, it's not like you to set out without a plan.
Plan or no plan. We choose our own battlefield. And hey, we're not most at ease when we're at sea.
Right you are. Let's set sail.
Halifax. So let's see if we can reload that memory now. Yes. Replay the memory, please. We'll skip what we can.
It has been a long time.
I apologize for anything that is, you know, skip forward if you want to skip past the
Adewale,
cinematic since it's not
How
going to
go
let me.
things in the West Indies?
Very poorly, I'm afraid.
Your countenance tells me we should discuss this. Come.
Who's our visitor?
Adewale. He was a slave who freed himself, and hundreds of his brothers in the West Indies. That man's a living incarnation of the Creed.
See?
You join me for some practice?
Soon. I've got other business first.
Tell me what happened, old friend.
It was terrible, Achilles. The ground shook, and the ocean waves crashed over Port-au-Prince.
How many were lost?
Thousands.
No family was left.
I heard that Liam's waiting for you. Seen him yet?
I hear Mistress Hope was looking for you.
You are late.
Alright, well, we'll go do this Liam's again, since that's the one that we failed.
So, what's the challenge today?
Shooting straight and true. Here, you can use these.
These are yours.
Well, I want you to have half a chance of succeeding. Go on. Shoot these targets. You can take your time. Not too much. More work after this.
Reload.
Anyone can hit targets standing still. Let's see how you do on the run.
Alright, 40 seconds. Under 40 seconds.
Come on. Hurry up. You're almost there.
Alright, there we go.
Well done, Shay. Keep it up.
Well, that was all we needed to do, and I guess we just weren't fast enough last time by a few seconds.
You're doing all right, Shay. But don't let the others vex you. They mean well, but they'll never show it.
It's about time you showed up.
Far be it from me to keep a lady waiting.
I'm no lady here. And don't you forget it. I'm your teacher. And you're better.
Well, some of that is true, at least. What would we be doing?
Exploring a myriad ways to end a life. You two! Make yourselves useful and watch Shay. Can you kill without being noticed? Top form, Shay. Nicely done. I am surprised. Take the high ground, Shay. Dispatching from the air is most effective. You certainly know how to handle yourself. Stay low and stick to the brush. Be patient and you might hit your target.
Alright, it should be hard for us to hop through this. We did it last time pretty easy.
Top form, Shay.
Alright.
You did better than I expected. Have your skills actually grown, Shay? Do not get a swelled head over it.
Shay, follow me. It's time you learn to survive in the frontier.
I think I've been managing well enough so far.
Perhaps. But there is more I can teach you.
Alright, so the rest of this is just, you know, we just get through it. And then the memory will be over, and then we'll have 100% this time.
It is time for the hunt. Use all your senses together to find prey.
Let's wait for it to walk a little closer. Assuming it doesn't get stuck on the tree like it did.
Killing should not be meaningless. You must use with the You can keep your pistols close. Achilles has one more thing to show you. Do not be late next time.
All right. Man, you cruised through Freedom Cry. I just bought this game yesterday because GameStop had a special deal. I mean, Freedom Cry was just a DLC, so there wasn't a whole lot to it, but we did finish it, yeah. So we are starting
Shay,
Rogue.
I hear you've become quite the marksman.
Generous gift.
All right. So
you.
now we have 100% on this
My ship awaits, Achilles.
memory.
The people of Haiti will make good use of your supply.
How you doing this morning, Mythixio?
I trust you will retrieve what has been lost.
Lost?
The Templars stole two precious artifacts. A manuscript of ancient wisdom and a box that allows one to understand its language.
I have tracked the Templar as far as this coast, but I fear the rest is up to you, my friend.
Farewell, Adewale.
Yeah, a 360 copy for like $4. Nice.
Whoever controls the artifacts can access precursor sites of power. We must recover them, or none are safe.
Alright, now we got 100%. And it's the Enhanced Series X, so it should be pretty solid. Very nice.
Give me some speed!
Alright. So there's a lot here that we can go look at and everything, but that is okay.
We only have one lead, Shay. Let's hope it brings us closer to the artifacts.
So Achilles tasked you with this mission?
So we are going to finish this episode here for today, so we did get an hour into it. Is this like a full-blown Assassin's Creed game? Yes. This is its own standalone game. This is not a DC. Yeah, this is not a DLC. This is its own game. But we are going to finish this episode here for today. We're going to get into some Pokemon here next. We're going to take on the Elite Four. So we do hope you all enjoyed the Assassin's Creed episode this morning. We'll be back on Monday with more Assassin's Creed. Until next time, we'll see you then.